Hey everybody, Jay here again. Welcome back to the saw shed. We have our second coat of clear stain on. This is what we used, for those of you wondering. You can pause it there if you're interested. Came out great. I recommend that product. Again, it's not sponsored, not endorsed by anybody, but look at that SLAB. Oh my goodness. So yeah, here's what we got going on today. But first, we're gonna roll our very new intro that I made. So let me know what you guys think. Cue the intro. Thank a good subscriber of mine, Greg J. I've gave you a shout out before, buddy, but thank you again. He's the one that recommended doing the new intro. He said, Jay, I love the intro that you throw in every video after the first few seconds, but it was all wintertime stuff. So I made a little summertime version for you, so let me know what you think. And yeah, let's go ahead and get right into it. All right, folks, here's what we got going on today. We are going to put our final coat on tomorrow, but we are going to make our cleat because we have our live edge slab there that we use as our saw for our chainsaw. So we're gonna make a cleat. I think I'm gonna put the cleat between these two pieces of shiplap. So why don't we find some boards? We're gonna rip a cleat, screw it to the wall. I know our saw bench, our live edge board reaches end to end, so we don't have to worry about that. So why don't we measure this distance here? Let's get a cleat cut, screw it to the wall, so that way we can get the bench in here. All right, folks, let's see what we're working with here. Now that we have some shiplap in here, I'm curious to see our final measurement now. All right, so let's rip a cleat. Let's get this up on the board here. Let's rip a cleat 111 and a half. All right, so 111.5. Let's go ahead and find something we can cut. All right, folks, so what we have here, this is the bottom piece of sawmill, and if you're familiar with sawmill, and when you make your cuts on your sawmill, the jig that holds the log bolts to the bottom, so you're left with pretty much a dimensional piece. So this is our ripped edge here, so we need 111 and a half to make our cleat. So that'll take us somewhere down here. So let's get the speed square and the pencil, and we'll cut a cleat out of here. All right, so wipe the dirt off. 111 and a half. That'll be our mark right there. We'll go ahead and put our speed square on. Again, this is our cut. This is our cut factory side, so this is our quote-unquote straight edge. All right, so we're going to cut this off now, and then we will run it through the table saw. What I like to do is I like to put my speed square here to give the skill saw something to ride on. So yeah, that should be we'll go a little bit extra. Okay, should be good to rip. All right, so we got our table saw set at 2 inches. Let's rip a 2-inch cleat out of this, and then we can put it up in the saw shed. This is a little bit of a heavy board to be cutting by myself, but that's all we got. board was too heavy at the end, so let me flip it and I'll finish the cut. Alright, so here we go. We are in the shop. And bing, bada, boom. That'll look good. I like it. So let's go ahead and let's get the level. We'll level it. We'll put a couple screws in it. Alright, so let's see if we can do this efficiently with the 3 hands that I have. So this is our factory side. So we're gonna want to do that. Yeah, that's looking it's looking pretty good. So put Mr. Magic Level on. Let's slide this around. That's already looking pretty good. So let's start with down here. So that's level. So what we're going to do is we're going to slam one screw home on this side real quick. Again, with the 3 hands that we have. Right on the stud here. Okay. Now if we slide this down, we should be able to level it here. Alright. Check in a few spots. That looks pretty good. So let's find our stud here. Okay. Alright, so now what I need to do is I need to measure the width of my slab, and we'll cut a second cleat here that will run out that our bench will sit on. Alright, here we go, friends. We have our second cleat cut. As you can see, we're just going to kind of butt up against the cleat like such. Let's see if this will work. Wow, that's pretty. It's pretty level. So here's our stud. Let's go ahead and zip this home real quick. Final adjustments. Yeah, it's perfect right there. Okay. Alright, so we got the level going across here, as you can see. Boom, Bubble City. One tip too, when you're screwing this in, obviously you have a stud every 16 inches, but there's a stud here. I put my screw low, and then coming to the next stud, I put my screw high. If you put your screws at the same level and screw, 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 and so on, you can risk splitting this. So that's why you need to pick a different grain lane, pretty much. So I alternated. So here, up, there goes low, high, back to low, back to high, and so on. You want to zigzag, because if you put them dead center straight across, you could split this cleat. So we got that side done. Let's go ahead and cut this one real quick, and then we'll get our slab. So same thing on this corner. We're gonna put our flat edge on the top here. Grab our handy dandy level here. Check our bubble height. A couple different spots here, and that, my friends, looks pretty good. So let's go ahead and, oh, that's a nail. We're gonna put one high up here, and this stud. Recheck our level. That looks pretty good. And now let's go ahead and get one into this corner stud here. Where's our corner stud here? We actually don't have a corner stud here, so I'm going to just go up underneath into this board and grab the corner stud. Actually, better yet, we could put one just as a holding screw. Alright, so there's our holding screw, which you won't see because it'll be, actually let's go from the top, it'll be a lot easier. Alright, perfect. Alright, time to bring in the slab. Oh boy, this is a big girl. Alright, here we goes a nothing. Yes. Would you look at that? That's a slab if I've ever seen one. Alright folks, let's have a look. We're going to resurface this coming up in the future, but this is just mock-up fitment. I like the cleat, you want to know why? Because you maximize space under here. So we have the cleat here, cleat going across, and obviously we will screw it on the sides here. We will screw it in the back, you know, every so often, and then we will hit this cleat here. We did kind of scratch our shiplap a little bit because obviously this isn't too square, but whatever, it doesn't matter. But yes, that looks incredible. All right, let's have a peek real quick. Oh yes, tell me that's not sexy. Now I'm not gonna go get all my saws because I'm taking this out to resurface it, but tell me that doesn't look bad ASS. That is awesome. Wait till we resurface this, we clear it to match. Oh my goodness, it's gonna look awesome. That cleat, the cleat system's nice because it gives us plenty of room for storage. We can put bins under here. We're trying to maximize space here in the shed, but man, that almost looks like a floating bench. You look at it like this. All right, folks, so let's wrap up here. That worked out nice. A lot of you know we already had this in here, but we had kind of like a mitered 45 support under it, and I couldn't get any bins underneath it. It was the pain in the butt. So having the cleat system, I like it. It works out good. It actually frees up a ton of storage space underneath here, and our bars go through the wood, but our bars are only like 4 inches off the wall, so we can slide bins right up against the bars and they don't affect anything. So yeah, anyways, thanks for tuning in, guys. Let me know what you think. I'm really having a ton of fun here in the shed build. We're making, I don't have a garage, so this is my workspace. This is the saw shop. This is where we do a lot of our mechanics. We can do a bunch of live chats now that we have a nice backdrop and whatnot. So anyways, really appreciate you guys tuning in. Hope you're enjoying this series here, and yeah, that's all I got for you today. So have a good weekend, guys. Stay safe out there, and like I always say, we will see you out in the woods.